I am currently talking to Hugin the
Okay, I'll be right over to Hugin.
Raven.
And then what I can do though is go into the VOD, download it, and then just check it real quick, see if I've done any, like if it was visible, and then I can delete it if that, and then upload. Not that I want to though. That stuff's always a little scary though. All right. Hello, Nalu. Do you like my IKEA name? So
I can't see it. Grunkulla?
I am a Swedish chat. Yeah. So we won't die if you starve, but you're gonna want to get food, and it will like increase your health. Mind you, I only played a little bit with an old friend earlier.
Okay.
But we're gonna want to like get a hammer. That's how we can build.
Okay, I have a grayling chasing me. This was a mistake.
Okay, hold on. So we eventually want to get ready to be able to fight a boss eventually.
Wait, is PvP on? Tell me PvP
no, it's
isn't
not.
On.
No,
Okay,
it's off
good.
right now. So we'll go over some basics.
I'm gonna hit you.
And then we'll eventually go and get a little bit into the debate. And this is like nice and friendly where we can just like cooperate and whatnot, and then get at it, you know?
Cooperate in game and
exactly.
Yeah.
And mauled in Discord.
Mm-hmm. I have 25 HP. Is this a problem? Okay, this is Valheim.
I mean, I have 18. Yeah, this is not Valorant.
Valheim. Yes.
Heil. Heil? Hail. You have found a snack. Consume it to improve your health. Yeah, tab, by the way, will bring up your short menu. You can craft some simple things. Okay. Right-click to eat.
I have a boar chasing me. Is this a problem?
Is this a problem?
I'm scared.
Where are you?
Oh, hello, Hugin.
Press M and click on visible to other players. That way we can...
Okay. Okay. I still have this boar chasing me.
Okay,
and
where are you?
It's kind of gonna kill me. It's actually gonna kill me. Hang on.
Turn on visible to other players real quick. I can't tell where you are.
I'm
okay.
dead.
There, I'm coming.
There's no way I survive this. Okay.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Help!
I'm running out of stamina.
Scared.
How is this thing
Where
chasing?
Are you?
You're gonna live. You're gonna live. Hold on.
Okay.
Fight it, dude. Like, why didn't you just use your torch to fight it?
Because I'm
big dumb over here. Okay, now it's running away. I want its skin, dude. Okay, it's gonna get night. It's gonna get cold. So we gotta like.
It is not running away.
It is too. It's over here. It's running, dude.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Okay. Okay. Let's go collect some stuff. Let's get ready for nighttime. We don't want to be out. It's gonna get cold. We'll lose our stamina, and we need to get rest. What'd you say?
Get away from me. The boar is still chasing me.
No, it's not. Okay. Wood. I need 5 wood. I want to make a hammer, and I need 3 wood and 2 stone. That's a rag tunic. I have 1 wood and 1 stone. Okay.
Oh. Okay. I have resin.
Nice. That makes torches.
And a rag.
There's some stones over here. Let's go meet up over here.
How do I put this rag tunic on?
You might need to still make something with it.
Okay.
I wish I could point out on map on things. Can I do that?
I'm coming towards you.
Okay. We need a working bench. Sometimes they'll.
Well, this is Valheim.
Oh, who are you talking to?
Guy on stream. You remember Lawbringer?
Yeah, I think so. We played him with Valorant, right?
Yep, a little bit, not much.
Here's some berries. Eat some of this up. You can tab and then right click. Control to like crouch. You can hide a little bit.
Nice. Okay.
I need to find A working station. I also need wood. Let's get our basics here. Okay, I have enough stone. I just need wood. Let's go in the forest
I can't
real
eat
quick.
more raspberries. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. I bring tidings. What do you bring? Hogan. Hugan. I
Hugan.
found a snack.
Hugan Hogan.
Yes. Yes. Hogan Hugan the Raven.
Yeah, no, I know.
Skill improved. Run
Ooh,
4.
mushrooms.
Okay.
Yeah. Look for any wood. You need to make a hammer too. That's like your main building tool and stuff.
So like wood on the ground, is it
Yeah.
gonna be okay? Can I knock down a tree with my fists?
Probably not. I don't think you're that powerful.
Okay.
So there's some things that you can just craft. I believe a hammer is one of them. So I just need a little bit more wood.
Oh, this helps my unarmed skill. I'm doing no damage, but I'm leveling up my skill.
There you go. You gotta just like slap fucking rocks, man. Train in
Punch
the
the
mountains.
trees. Die tree. Okay.
Wait, did you say watch the what?
Die tree.
Ah.
I just was killing a tree. Actually, I can knock down this tree with my fists. It's taking damage.
Okay, here's the wood. Just collect some shit, my bruh. I have a hammer now.
I want to break things. See, I
I'm
picked up
sure.
a club and some wood.
Well,
It's
I'm gonna
working.
try and build us some shit. Okay.
Okay. I can punch out little trees. This is a good thing. I have 3 wood now.
Okay. So now I can. Oh, you have 3 wood.
Yep.
Click tab. Look at hammer on the right side.
I don't have hammer available on the right side. I have club.
I have club.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, hammer is not even an option. I
Hammer
have
takes
torch and I have
3
club.
wood, 2 stone. So let me
Okay.
see here. What do you got, dude?
Can I punch the stone?
Hugan, what do you
Is
got?
it a thing?
This
No.
tool you can raise mighty halls and towering fortifications. Start by wielding a workbench. This will turn enable you to construct other things. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna build a workbench over here.
Okay.
I need 10 wood. So go
I have-
ahead and
I have
scout.
10 wood.
You do? Come here and give it to me.
Yep.
That way we can both have this workbench.
Okay. How do I drop it?
Tab, and then I believe you can just like throw it on the ground
Drag it.
like that. Except give me that
Nice.
stone back, would you?
Okay.
Thank you.
There we go.
We're gonna want covering for it, which we can probably make in here. There was another place that I was at earlier where we had a space, but this is pretty small. Let's try and find some.
I'm just gonna jump around to improve my jump skill.
Knife.
Bee hopping. Like. I will now tear out a tree with my bare hands once again.
Look for some shelter, and then we can craft this workbench. Come. Let's try and do it before it
Yep.
gets too dark, because then we're gonna need to be in some place. And then we can look at like getting
Supplies and stuff. Yep.
right. And there was a place that was like good. We just want a covering. Then we can build a bed and do stuff like that. And I want to get in the axe. That way we can get more deer hide meats and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go off to the left a little bit more
Okay.
from you.
Oh, can I not?
Does it save where we've explored?
What do you mean?
Like, will it stay on the map that we've covered this area and
I
that
believe
area?
so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Can I make an axe? But you gave me this wood. I might make this axe though, because it might be useful, and then gather more wood. So just Make sure
Yeah,
to
go
have
for
some
it.
wood too. I'm gonna
I
look for
have
some as
4
well.
wood.
Okay, I just picked up some more as well. But the stone axe is nice because you can kill people with it, and kill things with it.
I feel like this forest is not a place I want to be at night.
No, I'm out in a
Just
nice
gonna say
meadow
that.
here right now.
Okay.
Are you following me? Did you turn on your? Okay, yeah.
Yep. I just picked up
All
a dead
right.
branch. There are
No,
branches
I'm
everywhere.
gonna start in with my leading question if that sounds cool to you.
Go for it.
Why'd you vote for Trump?
How
I
did
think
I
that that's
expect
a valid
that?
place to start with, isn't
No,
it?
it is a very fair place. I think I mentioned this when we were talking about it earlier. I had a couple of answers. It does not save on the map, by the way.
What do you mean? What
Or
does
it
not
saves
save?
temporarily. It only saves our.
Oh, I see it right now.
temporarily.
It does disappear a bit, doesn't it? Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
Anyway, so I think there are 2 answers to that. The first answer is like why I voted for him then.
And to
and-
iterate though, you've only voted for him once because you've, I believe, only
Right.
legally. Actually, hold on. Let's go backtrack just a second. You only voted once because you've only been able to legally vote once, correct?
That was my first election. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The other part is, can you introduce yourself in your stream and come when I put this up on YouTube? I'll also link towards your things, but just
Okay.
explain you and
yeah.
your stream.
I am Nalu. I currently go to a college at which I am a Valorant team member. I'm a mass communication major and a political science minor. Had a really long history with politics, philosophy I enjoy a lot. And I debated competitively for
Do you need
almost,
any food?
well, it would have been 2 full years, but I did not get to finish my COVID season, unfortunately.
Right.
I think that's all of the relevant points to this.
Yeah, no, exactly. Now we can
yeah.
go back. So sorry about that.
Cool. No, that's fine. Oh, I'm a freshman as well in college, so
Okay.
not particularly aged.
Aged?
Aged.
Not very aged.
Yes. Oh yeah, I have a kind of a ridiculously archaic vocabulary.
That I
No,
believe.
so the reason I voted for him then is different than the reason that I think I might still vote for him now.
Really? Okay. Adding more interesting things to this. Okay.
Oh yes, definitely. I voted for him then because I thought he was genuinely a good choice as president. And I think now I understand more that there are no genuinely good choices for president.
Well, I mean,
Just
I
because
would
of
say mostly agree. I think a
There's
lot of
shelter
that
over
comes
here.
down to the amount of by who runs, just in general, who has the capability of running.
yeah, that's fair. I would say there's a little bit of shelter here, I guess.
Okay. Do we have walls? Or okay, I think we can
walls
work
and a
with
roof.
this. Okay.
Okay.
Let's work with this. Let me see about what I might need real quick. On. Okay. Yeah. I think my downside is size, but I think we should be able to make.
For now, I think we can live in here. I feel cold.
Yeah. Exactly. I might need wood.
I have wood.
Okay.
Like,
Uh,
a crap
give it
ton
to
of
me.
wood. Okay.
Because you don't
I
have
have
a
the wood.
hammer yet, do you?
Right. I could craft a hammer if I had stone.
Okay.
Where'd you pick up stone, by the way?
Little rocks that you might see.
Okay.
Um.
I'm gonna go look for some of those, I guess.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna try and make this workbench. Well, we have a workbench. I don't know if we have anything decent though, other than a club and some arrows, and you need more rawhides and whatnot to actually make a bow. So there's
Yeah.
that, but we don't really have space for any beds. or a fire.
Yeesh. A
That's the
fire
problem.
is probably the biggest part.
Yeah, it's mostly going to make us just unrested and like draw down our stamina is the main thing. I don't think we'll
Okay.
die, but like if we also don't have tons of shelter, we can't sleep and get to the next day.
Yep.
So, and I can make another workbench later. I don't know where he found. There was this nice location that we were able to just fix up and build, but I was definitely getting a lot of help from him, and he was like 45 hours in.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run back to you.
So I mean, I do have a
weird stuff in the
workbench.
sky. Oh, that's just the world tree. Never mind.
But there's not much.
Can I just
do
like
with it.
light a log on fire?
Maybe, but I think we need shelter.
Okay. But it might like at least give us some warmth. Where's this log here? Nope.
What's he saying? Let's talk to Hugin.
No fire.
Or if you are wet, you will suffer from being cold. This reduces your stamina regeneration. Seeking shelter by an open flame is your best option when this happens. So let's look for shelter,
Got it.
and then we can look at starting a fire.
Do you have a
so-
workbench down?
Yeah, but it's over
Okay.
here, which
It's
I
in the
feel
other
bad
one.
because that's kind of a waste. But we can come back to here if we retrace our
Can we
steps.
leave a marker on the map? Just like mark the map somehow? Yeah, we can. I'm going to go
How are you
find where
doing
that
it?
is again. Hang on, let me make sure I can do it. I bring tidings. Okay. Good to know, Hugin. Good to know. Complex items. Okay.
I'm trying to. There's like little buttons on the right, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Got it.
I don't know how to do it, so.
I got it. I marked it. We're
How?
good. I just pressed the home button. And then
Doesn't seem to do much for me.
typed in the name. Yeah, it doesn't look like it does much, but then it just leaves it
Okay.
where you are.
Okay. Pick up some branches. Anyways, though, so yeah, so what we've established here is that you think Trump was the good and still a choice that you want to take with.
I think Trump was a better choice than the options available.
Why is that?
Okay. Now that dives into my larger political philosophy, which, although it's not libertarian by any stretch of the imagination, it does tend toward reduced government involvement, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So, oh, hello. I'm being attacked by a grayling again.
I'm trying to find shelter. If you can get him with a torch. I've done it before.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I might run out of a torch here soon.
Yep, my torch broke. But fortunately, I can make. Nope, I can't. Well.
So, anyways, go on.
Yeah. So, Trump, although his standards on government involvement were not exactly what I might have liked to see, like I think he got the government too involved a lot of the time anyway.
I was gonna say.
They were certainly less than, I guess, what you might call the more blatant near socialism, at least slightly socialist tendencies of, Biden or other.
I would
candidates.
very much go against that idea. None of them
I know
have
you
near-
would.
but none of them have near socialist. Even
Okay.
I mean, even Bernie does not advocate for actual socialism.
That's
doesn't.
another.
He advocates for
Okay.
a welfare state for sure.
Yes. So that is nearer to socialism than
I mean,
anything
the biggest,
else has been in our country, really.
Sure. But we've absolutely so going against this, right? So
Mhm.
there's no, I mean, the biggest thing that makes really anything socialist really is one of the biggest factors, which is either a democracy in the workplace or also known as the workers owning the means of production. That is
Okay.
what differentiates. In general, I'm punching boars right now. I need to find
Nice.
a shelter, and I'm out of
I have a
light.
torch.
Okay. Um, is one of the main distinguishers. Welfare
Here, I'll
states.
make you a torch. Hang on.
Thank you. Um, ah,
It's on the ground here. I think somewhere.
okay. Grab
I
his
don't
shit.
know.
Oh my god. I can make a torch too.
I can't find it.
I'm
I just
making
made
one.
it and dropped it,
So
and it's gone.
I think I just picked
Okay.
it up.
Okay, cool.
So I have two now. So thank you.
Nice. You're welcome.
Now
Okay, so
I will
workers
say
owning the
this.
means of production. What does that? What does that end up meaning, like in a practical sense? Like, what's
Yeah.
the what is?
Let me
an
get to that in
example
just
of
one sec. I will
Okay.
say though, the one thing that really is true is that socialists have advocated for policies which is often discussed and talked about as socialist policies, right? The New Deal was even viewed as such.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
Right. But the other would also be to describe the weekend or the 40-hour work week. I found some shelter. This
Nice.
one looks pretty nice. I think we should be able to make some beds here. Okay, yeah. Okay, at least we can make some beds. But we can't really make a fire. This one place actually had like space. But anyways, let's try and fix this guy up real quick. I think we can do that, and then I think we can make some beds or something like that.
Oh, this is really close to Black Forest. There are a bunch of monsters, I think, either following me or... Yep, they're coming after me. Grey dwarves.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I've not fought these guys yet.
I got the grayling.
Do you have an axe?
No, I have a torch.
Oof. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Don't go in my home. This is my home. If anyone has in chat has any suggestions of where we can find better shelter, please tell me, because I need to make some beds and a fire. Okay, now they're running. I think it's about to be daylight.
Yeah, I think it's because the individualized seed, nobody's gonna know. Oh, my torch broke. Rip.
Oh, I see. Okay,
I
we
can
need to
grab
find.
another torch.
Here's the thing. Let's find a place for next. Oh, I have an eye. That's cool. For next. Before nightfall, because we need more stamina.
Nice. Okay.
So, anyways, okay. So, you know what? I think I might actually move that over here. Give me a sec. Okay. Cool. So, yeah. So socialized medicine. Wow, I don't know why I went into socialized medicine.
Because it's a logical place to go. It has been mentioned a lot.
But no, and I actually was bringing it up to a friend actually while we were playing Valheim earlier. So I think that's what happened. So I'm walking up this way. But yeah, no. So yeah, a lot of these socialist or these things that are often associated with socialism, I think get conflated because they were advocated by socialists. And yes, I will say those things might be more towards socialism. Yes, But I think let's establish the thing as the defining factor is the workers owning the means of production or democracy in the workplace. Now, talking about from a pragmatic or practical sense, what does that look like? Wow, this is pretty. First off, so what that looks like is a good example is actually looking towards worker co-ops or looking at people that you have the ability to vote with others on who your manager is or the next level up. And that might seem like a radical or crazy idea, but to be fair, capitalism has the corporation working more in a feudal state, or is more like modern day feudalism. Now, I'm not going to say that's... No, I mean...
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say like, they're not all working in a field and whatnot, but we owe a lot of things to, like, look at medicine for a fact. Right. Oh, this will be good. This will be good shelter. This looks like it's large, actually. Okay, this is it. This is...
Oh, first of all, there's poison in here.
Okay. Maybe we don't want that. It almost looks big. I think it's... Do I need a... Okay, hold on. How do I craft... remove... Build menu... Oh, maybe that's the other thing I need to do.
Okay, so just don't stand in the nest of poison ants.
Poison ants.
That's the big thing. Yeah, no, there's literally a wasp hive here.
Gotcha. I'm going to break it down real quick, actually. I think I can do that. And then I can gain more material that way. I don't want to build this right now. Can I just not? Okay, furniture, building, crafting. Okay. I can maybe make ourselves a place if I get enough wood and stuff. Okay, build menu, mouse 2. Okay. Remove. Okay.
I broke my torch and I'm still poisoned. This is a problem. So yeah, basically, whoa,
Oh, I
okay.
see it. Yeah. Okay, we don't want that location.
No.
Left shift. Toggle snapping options. Okay, miscellaneous crafting. Okay, I can make a cooking station. I know that, which I'm going to need for later.
Nice.
Okay, so I do need to make a workbench. So we need enough space to where I could just make a workbench here. You're freezing?
Yes. I'm getting out of the snow.
Okay, that's probably not a bad idea.
I have 7 HP.
Gotcha. Rotate.
This is bad.
There.
Needs a roof.
Oh, oops, sorry. That's what I thought. Okay,
No,
it needs a roof anyways. No. Okay.
So we can run back to this other shelter we had over here. Was it this way?
So, yeah. So let's try and find that. We'll get some, and then we'll build stuff from there and go.
There it is.
I'm in the Black Forest.
Oh no, that's a drugger. I might be dead here.
You'll spawn back, but you'll spawn all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we need to get beds.
I'm just getting the heck
We've
out.
wandered in the Black Forest. This can be very dangerous for those unprepared for it. Prove your worth by slaying a killer. Okay, got it. We shouldn't be in here.
No, we should not be in here. This is a very bad place to be.
Y'all. Well, we might have learned the hard way.
I made it out.
We probably should have gone back. Honestly, that's what we should probably do. There's probably stuff.
I'm going back to where our old workbench is.
Okay.
At
Yeah,
this point.
I'm gonna try and follow you there.
Okay. If you need me to come back and help you fight, I have.
I'm not under attack right now, so that's
Okay.
so. So, you know, like, we depend on our job for medicine. We do, I mean, to be, you know, to
Right.
get things like that. Well, it might seem like a radical idea for, isn't our workbench right here now? This place might be good for later, though.
E-market.
It might not be good because we need a workbench and then be able to build around it. It needs to be a larger space. I think probably if we go back, there's probably a space there because the place that I went to with my friend, was not that far off. And I feel like we just went in the wrong direction or something.
Okay.
I feel like there's probably going to be a larger location closer to the main start. And so now giving someone the option to decide who their boss is, mind you, it's going to be voted on, more electoral process, engaging somebody in the idea of like, they should be able to, pick the right person for the job. And let's face it, jobs do not often pick the right people for the right gig. This place looks like it would be good.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, but it's pretty broken down.
I don't like it. I'm just gonna mark it just for fun.
But it needs a roof, right? Yeah, that's not gonna do the job. So, if you need these things to survive, you can make bosses that actually know the job, not just because they mark some checklists off for a large company, And that's not saying that... now, the other part is, more of an elimination of not necessarily not a president, but not necessarily all the abundances of CEOs and things like that. There will still be leadership and people who get to decide what's going on. But they're going to be more voted on and have terms. What can we make here?
Okay. So I have a hammer. Whatever that does for us.
That's your main building tool, so you're going to want that.
Yep. Okay. I can build a flint axe if I have 2 more flint, or a stone axe if I have 2 more stone.
Well, we want a place where we can sleep right now.
Yep.
With your hammer, you should definitely make your hammer.
I have a hammer.
Okay. And then you can right click and look at furniture. So I have more, I can build now, it looks like. I can make a thatch roof. I can start building some stuff. With a hoe, then you can break down land to build on as well. So let's see here. I can make wood door, wood walls. How much can I make? How much do I have? I only have 6 wood. My walls cost 2 wood. Okay. Let's make something
I have
over
16
here.
wood.
Okay, good. Bring that over. Let's try and find a nice place here. I think maybe I can build here. So let's try. Building. Okay, not here.
Okay, I have 17 wood.
Okay, here we go. Okay, looks
18.
like I can build here.
Alright,
So
there you are.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, hold on. Can I build things to raise it? Wood wall, 26. Wood roof cross. Can you see my building thing? Okay.
Nope.
I might just have to build on top of this land without like breaking it down.
Oh, I wonder if I can make a hoe. Hang on.
Oh yeah, if you can actually do that, please.
Yeah, I can make a hoe.
Do it. And then you can break down this dirt and make it a little bit more flat, get rid of this type of stuff. I think you can right click.
Wait. Level ground, raised ground, pathen. Okay.
Yeah, like that. More of that, please. Oh yeah. Just like this whole area in between these trees. All over in here. Nice. Okay. Very nice. What? Really? Okay, there it is. Okay, more in between these trees.
I'm running out of stamina.
Yeah, sorry. It needs to be in this space. Like, there's a certain cutoff for me for some reason. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it has to be within a certain distance of your workbench, I presume.
Oh, I think, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, let's make a nice little cottage. Okay.
Ale
see.
warrior. Okay. What have you got,
Okay.
huge man? This tool is used for landscaping. Good to know.
Okay, I need more wood. Thank you. So yeah, no, that's... there's an idea that, like... I think a lot of people take the idea of, like, oh, well, that sounds really lazy. But, like, why shouldn't you have a place? Especially, like, it would make you more involved with your work and more caring about your work. I don't think... and it's also been shown that co-ops actually are more financially viable, withstand shock more, do better than most other companies right off the beginning of the start, and have continued progress because they're not necessarily all worth... Look, most companies looking at profits are looking at individual profits as well, right? So when they decide to leave out with their golden parachute, it's not really great for that business and innovation now, is it? You know?
Right.
So the
on
idea
some
being,
level, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can talk about how, and yeah, capitalism in some respects does inspire give me a second. Wood floor one by one.
Innovation.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, other systems do as well. To say that, I mean, look, the Russians, and they did eventually become state capitalists, but, I mean, they had their system, which was at least at that moment socialized, was, or the system that got them there, got to space first, you know, and they built the first cell phone. But, and look at all the innovation that's come out of NASA.
I mean, we had some at one point.
We still do. I mean, most
Sort
memory
of.
foam, things like that. I'm not saying currently,
Yeah.
but like, we've also don't fund NASA.
Right. Or at least not like we used to.
No, yeah. I need more wood. I got a grayling coming here too.
I'm getting it.
Thank you.
Oh.
You can knock down trees. You should be able to
I'm
knock.
punching out trees.
Okay, cool. You can get them with your axe.
I can get them with my fists. I skilled my for that.
By the way, this is like Viking purgatory, apparently.
Yep. Well, not really purgatory, but like it's paradise supposedly, but this doesn't seem very.
No, this is supposed to be purgatory, I believe.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's like we're working to ascend. That's what Mulligan brought up.
Aha. Got it.
That's why we need to kill these things
now.
and.
Okay, so maybe now is the time because I knew I was gonna end up bringing this up at some point.
Go ahead.
My base.
Oh, I knocked down two trees with one.
Nice. I really have two base philosophies in life.
Wood, please. You can
one
too.
is okay. Hang on. There we go. One is the untrustworthiness, I guess you might say, or the inherent evil of humanity.
Sure.
And second of all, objective truth. Now that one doesn't come into play. I'm just mentioning it as part of my general life philosophy, but like, so where mistrust of humanity effectively comes into government, obviously, is who decides, right? So
also be careful, don't get knocked over
trusting-
by a tree, it will kill you.
Yes, I noticed that I was taking damage from it. But yeah, no. So when I'm thinking about government, then it's who decides, and how likely is that decider to have some sort of balancing force?
Sure.
Now, this is one of the reasons I have a problem with our government the way it's working now. It's because we have, in reality, let's be honest here, we have a president that can make executive orders, or a presidential system who can make executive orders at pretty much any time.
Sure, but let's look at the fact that true executive orders really don't do much.
They shouldn't do much. I think they often do more than they should be able to do, and that's something we ran into in debate a lot. Is a lot of the time, the president was we had to have wait, what? Why is this not breaking?
Okay. That's too hard, I found out.
Yeah, apparently.
Which sucks because we built some of this, but I can probably deconstruct some of it and put some of it there.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. I wonder. We only have so much space, though. That's the problem.
Oh, I wonder if I get my flint axe.
Yeah, maybe. I just want to get rid of the stone, and I don't know what to do about it. But if I can even just make this like this much of size, it could probably be pretty nice.
Yeah, I think it would, like, even if we have a tree in the middle and a rock and whatever.
Right.
We can just finish it. Let me to build menu, wall.
Yeah, the birches are too hard, I think. We gotta hit the beaches. Hit those
Hold
beaches,
on.
dude. Gotta hit some beaches.
Hold on there, bro. But yeah, so I can't see. When I'm thinking about a form of government,
Timber.
that would be like most
Yeah.
preferable. Oh no, is that my head? No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a lot of wood.
It would be not. I think not exactly as our Constitution has right now, simply because the Constitution doesn't account for a lot of modern advancements in technology.
Sure. No, I agree
with that. For example,
with
the Constitution doesn't account for the internet. It doesn't account for globalization.
We
and
need
I think
a door here, which I will make.
With
go ahead, I'm listening.
The idea of a constitution is great, and having a document that governs, like, that checks the government or gives you something against which to check the government is, if not necessary, at least highly beneficial.
For sure.
At the same time, I do certainly think that a lot of what we have in our Constitution today doesn't get followed as much as it should, and would be...
I don't know. I think the constitutionalist mindset is not very... if we want to really go by that metric, it really comes down to is like, okay, then women shouldn't vote. You know what I mean? Not that saying that there's...
I don't know that can really be found in the Constitution either, but that's a whole other side of discussion.
Well, but it's just like, I feel like the term constitutionalist is used pretty frequently without much meaning.
Yes, I think that's true. Oh, did you floor all this? This all...
No, it needs more flooring.
Okay, I have more flooring. More wood for flooring, at least.
Okay. Need more stone to make an axe. Do you have any stone?
I don't know that I have any spare stone, no.
Okay. I'm gonna look for some. I think here's some. But yeah, no. So like, the problem here is that wait, where's my problem? Okay, so limited government, constitutionalist. I don't want to get too far off point here.
Somewhat constitutionalist, although I wouldn't call myself a constitutionalist per se.
Okay.
But I do think that there's value in the Constitution, even though it's certainly not perfect for the world that we have right now.
Sure. But yeah, I would even say I think that here's something that we could agree on, and that's I think that it could use some major revisions and some new amendments.
Yes.
Honestly. Yeah.
I don't think I would amend our Constitution as it stands. I think I would prefer that we not necessarily start over, but
well, hey, you're starting to sound like a socialist.
Pretty close. Well, okay. So here's the other thing where I feel like we agree that the system we have now doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
And something needs to be done to change it.
Real quick, bud. What's up?
Okay.
Yeah. This is one of the last parts of the night because we had this kind of a little bit of a debate / conversation scheduled. Nolly, are you still there?
Yeah, still here.
Cool. Sorry about that.
No problem. But yeah, so how we have it now.
Do you have any wood that you can give me?
Strictly beneficial.
I need it for an axe.
Yes, I have like 30-ish.
Yeah, there, because that way I can get more wood.
There, have some wood.
Thank you.
And I don't have any, but that's fine. I'll go get some more.
Oh, do you need some? I can always do that.
No, I just need stone, honestly.
I have some stone.
Okay.
Let me see
I also
what
need to repair my axe. Do I do this in the workbench?
You can upgrade it. I don't know if you can or not because I have my old one. I just made a new one. But I don't know what to do with my old one. That's... For right now, I'm going to get rid of it. See if I can do something with that later.
I do need some stone, though. If you have
I have 2,
available.
if you need any. If that will help.
That might be perfect.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. Yes. Okay.
All this work just to get a place to sleep at.
Right?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Timber!
Watch out.
Took a couple down. There we go.
Nice. Just chop the stump out of the earth. Didn't know I could do that. Very
This
nice.
is a pretty calming game. Once you
It is.
once we get to it and do this.
I'm very nervous about monsters rolling up on us or whatever, but like
This place seems pretty calm.
it's yeah, it does seem that way.
I will give you
That's
that.
what worries me.
Fair enough. Hold on. Getting these logs. Okay. Cool. Let me see about going to build. So yeah, I mean that's what major intern socialists are looking for, right? Democracy in the workplace.
Okay.
You know, like myself, I also identify as a libertarian socialist. Let me give you an idea of where my mind is at.
Okay.
So I am a libertarian. Oh, okay, that's you in the background. Libertarian socialist
That's me.
with which I feel like you probably know, but a lot of people like to think that socialism is immediately authoritarian. There,
Yeah.
right.
That is common.
Right. And there are socialist governments that have resulted in that. However, there's also a lot of governments that started out as socialist revolutionaries that, in fact, did not stay as such and were state capitalists, such as China or Russia as well. And this is why you might hear a lot of socialists bring up not to look at them as good examples. Now, it is fair enough to say that they were, at least at one point, socialist states. I'm going to start building this roof, by the way. Do I need to build the walls higher? Is that what I'm going to need to do?
I would recommend that, yeah.
Well, it doesn't look like I can.
Oh,
wood gate, wood half wall. Sure. Well, I can build part of the roof. We built a very large space.
yeah. I have a lot of wood if you need it.
Okay.
I mean, a lot. Goodness. 67 wood?
Good.
67 would work for
We're
you?
going to want it. Yeah, it'll work.
Cool.
Gonna have to figure out how this big tree is gonna fit in here. Work well with that.
Well, I'll figure it out.
Okay. Hey, it's looking
Wait,
more like a
that's
place,
the
though.
wrong- That's the wrong thing. Never mind. Okay.
No, you're
Oh.
breaking shit, dude.
That's the wrong one. I'm pushing buttons.
You are pushing
Which
buttons.
roof do we
that's-
want? Which roof do we want? Thatch
Uh,
roof.
Yeah, that's what I picked.
Just thatch roof 45. Okay. There we go.
I don't know what to put in the middle
There's a
here.
gap here.
Yeah, do the little in-between ones that I did.
Hang on.
I did 40,
Okay.
yeah, 45 right there.
Eye corner 26.
There, I fixed that one, but
Okay. Nice. Can I put a roof here? Maybe?
there we go. Now I gotta figure out how to... I don't know what to put over here, though.
I got it.
Oh, you do? Nice.
Yep.
Okay, now we need the other stuff.
The 26s.
Is that what we need?
The other angle of roof.
There we go. We just need them to meet.
Oh, that's very tall. I would go with a 26 angle instead of a. It's like arc the roof over a bit more.
Okay. I see. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Right. I'm an architect. What can I say?
Got it. Good
Can
to
you
know.
build the top of this, please?
I got it. I got you. I got you.
No, I don't know the last time that we were out of in a game out of Valorant.
I don't think.
I don't know if we ever have.
played anything other. Yeah. I
It's
think
nice.
that's all we've ever played.
This is
Which,
nice
I
playing a
don't
little bit
know.
more cooperatively like this.
That is very true. Ridge 26.
I'm gonna make.
Oh, I'm too low. I can't actually. Need to like hop up on the roof here.
So this workbench works now, by the way.
Nice. Okay.
So let me see about beds. Because we got most of the things that we need here.
Nice.
All right, we have 2 beds, by the way.
Get up on our roof. Let's go.
Okay, now the biggest thing is also making ourselves a fire. We need 5 stone, 2 wood. Do you have any of that?
Hang on. Let me finish this corner here.
I can go get the wood. Okay, I'll go looking for some of that.
There we go. Am I a perfectionist? No comment.
Sleep the night away in your bed. Awaken to another improvement is a good price. Always spare equipment. So, okay. When you come in here, make sure I just claimed a bed. Mine's the one by the tree. Go click E to claim it. That way it sets a safe space.
Gotcha.
Or a respawn point, actually.
Hail warrior. Okay.
So, anyways, getting back to the conversation at hand. So yeah, libertarian socialists as well do believe also in less government, and only where they believe it needs to be involved. And I think this is where a big change in the so what am I, right? Libertarian socialist, and that's the idea too. I want, in the end, less government. However, believe that we need government in the sense of like especially in where we are in electoral politics currently, to make sure that people are treated fairly and that we take care of our people. The eventual goal, generally, like with things like libertarian communism or the like, is to get to a point where it's just part of the culture, and then we can limit government as much as we can. That is difficult, and this would be beyond me. As a libertarian socialist, I also view that timber, watch out, watch out.
Oh, I ran the wrong way.
Yeah, that I firmly really don't believe that communism is going to be coming and not the one that people fear monger, mind you, but like a cashless, borderless society, maybe a state, but maybe less of a state. I usually like to think Star Trek, but also at the same vein, Star Trek has a state.
Right.
But it is a heavily welfared state, right?
Right.
Where there's less need. Now, we are technically still in a post-scarcity world, the main issue being that a lot of these people don't want to share. And there's this idea of like quote-unquote personal responsibility, but not taking care of the greater whole. Now, there's a lot to be said about that. We could already feed and house just about everyone. We could.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah. At least in this country, we definitely could. But around the world, we could even... so I don't know how to repair. Does anybody know how to repair?
I don't. I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, please do.
Sorry for the lag, chat.
No, you're good. You're good. Oh, chat.
Yeah. How to repair items in Valheim.
Right. I need... stone.
Interact with your workbench. Oh, there's a little... Okay. There's a little hammer icon thing here. Repaired my rag tunic, repaired my hammer, hoe, stone axe. Okay.
How do you do it?
I now have 3 stone axes. Have a stone axe.
Okay, can I have one? Thank you. How did you repair?
Yeah. So there's the little hammer thing. It's on the workbench now. There's a little hammer thing just to the left of your...
There it is.
Oh, did I? No.
I got it. I got it.
Tell me I didn't throw that away.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So, wait. Do I do it at the workbench or where?
Yeah, at the workbench. You hit E, and then right next to your gear, On the left side, there's a little repair an item hammer button. It looks like a hammer and it flashes when you have something that needs fixing.
I don't see this. Oh, I do now. Okay, I see. It's on the right side? Yeah, so hammer, stone axe, repair. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. Cool. I need...
Yep.
Do you have any stone?
Yeah. 6.
Okay.
How much you need?
Drop me, I think like 2 or 3. I'm going to create us a fire in here.
I just have to drop it all. There you go.
Did you pick up your... claim your bed? Yeah, you did. Okay, cool.
Timber.
Oh, is this one that we can't build inside? I know I saw my friend do it. You definitely can, but I think you might need to open up some of the air to it.
Oh, do I need to put a chimney up or something?
I think you kind of do, yeah.
Okay. I'll do that then. Hang on. Just casually sprints through where a tree is falling.
Right.
That was a mistake. Still have health though. I'm fine. Hang on. Okay. Woodruff Cross, Petrified Corner, Gate, Wood Wall half, Wood Floor, Ridge. Okay. Well, I guess I just I guess we're just going to...
I feel like this corner would be...
do that.
Okay. It still looks like it's a no. Invalid placement.
Okay.
He had built it...
put a roof back then.
Okay. He had built it like... Yeah, he built around it. So let's... I think you might need to... Here. Let me... He had it in a corner.
We'll need to remove a piece of the floor.
Oh, I think you're right. Okay.
The floor is your problem.
Well, let me put some of this back then.
Oh, oops. No. No, 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 no. No. Stop that.
It's middle mouse.
There we go. There we go. Now we do have enough of a gap in the sides of our walls that we shouldn't die from smoke.
Okay, but is that a thing that can
just
happen?
because the smoke will go out here. Yes, that is definitely a thing that can happen.
Yeah, we have these little holes here, so that should help.
Yep.
Hold on, I can also do... There we go. So now we can cook food there. Alright, I'm gonna build some stuff out here. Did you mark this as home yet?
This has been marked as home since we put the workbench over there. So we are good that way.
Okay. Now let's focus on getting things like a bow and stuff.
Contenders.
Yeah, we need to get some food.
I am rested for the next 10.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
That took us for a while to get that shelter going, huh?
It did.
So,
when do I die from lack of sleep?
I think it's more of a disadvantage. I'm going to sneak up and try and get some hides from these boars. You should do the same, use your axe.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that way we can start making some bows and stuff to kill some deer. Alright, I'm sneaking up on some more. Sneaky, sneaky.
Where do I find these boars?
I'm out here in the woods.
Okay.
So, but I recognize that if we don't, I really don't see that coming until we get to a point where we have like nuclear fission or like a type of unlimited energy.
Okay.
That being said, no matter what, we need to work towards more of a social democracy right now, because the problem is not necessarily, as we've already mentioned, resources. It's hoarding of wealth and hoarding of things. When, you know, we can say CEOs are super smart and whatever, and some are. I'm not going to deny that. But it's generally more of a power issue. And when you have a lot of people that are put into these positions when they've grown into them, like Trump, mind you, that doesn't necessarily breed success. It's not a meritocracy type of situation.
Right.
So, we have a nice looking little place. I'm glad we got to move to the country together.
In some sense, capitalism only works for the first generation.
Oh, for sure.
Interesting. No, I don't think I would disagree with that. Very interesting.
Well, because
Not
because I mean, look at monopolies, for instance, right? I'm all for good small business, and also I'm pro market socialism as well. I'm not necessarily. I don't want people to not make money. You know what I mean? Or at least not be prosperous. And so, and I think that's something that kind of gets conflated a lot with a lot of right-wing propaganda. Mind you, I'm not saying that there's not propaganda on any other side or anything like that, but with a lot of rhetoric
everywhere.
No, exactly. I by definition call myself a propagandist, because I'm wanting to do film and be a filmmaker, and I try to
honestly same.
Yeah. No, yeah, you do mass communication and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. I'm also trying to step away from the word or the insinuation that propaganda is inherently bad, because it's not. It is what it is. It's rhetoric, and sometimes it also comes with quantifiable data, and sometimes it doesn't. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
But nonetheless, going away from that, do I see some boars around here? I'm hunting. I got some meat. Oh, up there. I found a boar. I'm going to go in for the kill.
Get him.
But, oh, he's looking over here. Okay, I'm going to come back and get you, bitch. Nice. Boar trophy. Ooh, there's a deer.
Deer are fast as heck.
The deer are? Yeah, that's why we need to make bows.
Got it.
Okay. I'm going to go back home.
Wait. There's just a long, low hut here.
Okay, there's the bed. But yeah, no. But that's a big part of with monopolies, right? It's not that like we want to give handouts or anything, but there's already a lot large companies that are doing already providing an unfair advantage because they already have so much power and capital.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. What am I wanting? Do I have... Okay, what do I need to make a crude bow? I need 8 leather scraps. I have 5, so I need to just kill more boars.
Okay, so there's a thought on... I think monopolies are inherently damaging to innovation. I think they're just generally not a good idea. But I also don't know, like... In some sense, after a while, does it... Oh, I can't carry... I have some stones here. Oh, I'm encumbered now. Do we have chests we can build?
Yeah, we can build a chest at the home. I'll build one right now.
Okay.
Is it slowing you down?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think I'm actually just stuck here.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I'll build a chest. You might have to go back for some stuff.
304. Okay. What can I drop? Drop some wood here.
All right. I built 2 chests.
Nice.
Nah, I definitely see why people really like this game, by the way. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Well, hello, Grayling. Did you want to have a little talk? Let us speak of axes and stone. Oh, did you disappear? I'm sad. My friend left. He wouldn't talk to me. I caused him to forcibly leave, but that's another story.
Anyways, you were saying about monopolies and how to like stop that, or what?
Is it possible as humans to avoid that at all?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing to go towards that is decommodification. No, that doesn't necessarily mean decommodification of everything. I am also, as a pragmatist, understand that these things take time. And I think some of the biggest and most important things to decommodify are healthcare and education. I don't... prioritizing healthcare and our education would not only be... It would be a huge... It's not just a benefit for those people that are receiving this help, but to America as a whole. So many countries are ahead of us in education and healthcare. We want to put that at the forefront. And then we go from there, and there's this idea and thought process that no one will do anything if there's no money. But I don't really think that's true. And I think the next conversation that comes from that is, well, who's going to do the lower jobs, right? Well,
quote unquote lower, yeah. Right.
But say you're a new young guy learning things, right? Mm-hmm. Right? You go to, so a lot of libertarian socialist ideas, what if everything was then slowly over time converted to co-ops, right? Or, heavily unionized type stuff, right?
Okay.
So then you say, like myself, you're wanting to start at a film company, right? Or you don't care, like maybe you do your side projects, and all your other cool stuff. I'm gonna go back home. I'm starting to feel cold. And let's rest the night away. And then
can we sleep?
Yeah, then we can sleep, and we'll be rested even. And then deal with more shit in the day. But so let's say you're like, okay, whatever, I'll just work like this. It makes me some money, right? Mm-hmm. I'm living decently because my healthcare, my education's taken care of. But then when I'm not doing that, I'm doing visual effects and working with another company, right? So I'm just pulling another job, right? Nothing crazy. Or say I'm starting out at a company that's a like video editing and all this stuff, but along with some other duties that I also do janitorial duty. You know, we switch duties. That's what we do in the military, mind you. We have janitorial. Everyone is there's kind of a joke. Everyone's a firefighter and a janitor first in the military.
Yep.
And this thing is nearly broken. I'm gonna go to repair this real quick. So, like, I mean, we like to talk about those being low-level jobs or whatever, but couldn't we also, like, if they're so low-level, why can't just we do, like, some other people take it like duty and do it in off time? You know? So I think these are pretty things, pretty nebulous things that people like to. I dream of an uphill river. I'm curious what that was about. Did you get it like a message for your dreams?
Yeah. What was your dream?
I said I think I dreamt of an uphill river or something. Hold on, stay here. I got some meat. I got some meat for you.
Horses galloping,
Maybe is that what it said?
chasing me, or something like that.
I think this is
I
the
don't know.
longest stream that I've had so far, actually, by the way.
Really nice.
I've been on 5 hours, 16 minutes.
Nice.
Got
I
a
think I had
follow
a
too.
8-hour stream or
Very
something.
nice.
Once.
Did some playing around with Cinema 4D. I'm gonna do a little bit more of that, I think, too, playing with animation stuff.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I want to do a little bit more of that. I wonder how I can decorate this. I have this boar head that I can, boar trophy that I can put up somehow. Rag tunic. Oh, I could definitely use that hoe. I'm definitely gonna make that for later. So we want skins. I need, for my crude bow, I need 8 leather scraps. I have 5. Do you have any?
I don't have any leather scraps. I haven't found any boar yet.
Okay,
And I
come
tried
with me.
to chase the deer, but they're
Yeah, we wanna
fast.
kill boars.
Yep.
What do you gotta say, Hugin? Oh yeah, it's my landscaping. I know. But yeah, no. So I don't think this is too crazy. This type of stuff gets brought up a lot. It's like, how would you even, manage to do things like this? It's like, I don't like the call to nature, which is very much unverified and honestly probably even able to look against that humans are naturally greedy. Maybe to an extent, yes, but we're also very what's the word? Cooperative based. So
yeah. I feel like it is as much in our nature to.
By the
like,
way,
we
have you ever looked
cooperate
up
when
and
it
saw the
benefits
tree?
ourselves.
The giant tree?
Yes.
Yeah.
That it just looks crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm gonna call it.
I'm in these meadows here. I'm going to look for boar. You should come over to me. We've been
Where are you?
very separate. Look on the map.
Got it.
Um.
I'm coming.
Oh,
here's
did
the
we
boar.
ever? I think I left the food there, by the way. I'm going to go back real quick and pick that up.
Can you burn the food?
I don't know. Yeah, I think I left without picking it up. So I don't disagree that humans do definitely have a propensity to try and harness control and things like that. And I don't want an authoritarian state. And to some level, I think that a state does. I don't know if I necessarily fully believe in full anarchism, just because
Yeah, I
you
would
might
hope
need
not.
a little bit of. Well, I mean, there are valid points. So, like, what if we got to a point where we can talk about the culture? Oh, dude, I might have Well, yeah, I did burn the food. I turned it into coal.
Nice. Well, it's still useful.
Yeah.
We take that.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Whoops.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yup.
All right,
Nice.
let's go kill more
I-
boars.
I need my food.
Yeah. Well, you know, I bring home the bacon, baby. Okay, I've actually able to kill some boars.
I just dropped a tree on my head.
You see, exactly. This is who I have to work with.
That's fair. That's fair. I also knocked down 5 trees with it, so like.
Okay, whatever.
It was worth it. Okay.
Sure.
I don't have any cookable items. Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, you want at least some form of law and order, and I'm not fully even against that completely, right? But there's a lot of it that's going to have to be about shifting culture and cultural value.
Yes. I do agree with that. 100%.
Right, but that a lot of that is, I mean, you take sociology, they'll talk about being shaped by culture and society and laws itself. Got another boar.
Nice.
Okay, Grayling.
Oh, hang on a moment. I'm getting a call.
All right, do your thing. You guys still there, chat?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, this deer's running hard for me. Okay, I don't want you. I'm gonna get you with an arrow next time, dude. I've got this boar in my sights, though. Oh, fucking Grayling. Get over here, dude. Okay, there's the boar. Hold on. Got him.
Nice.
Runestone. This land is hard and wild, but who are brought here are harder still. Take comfort, traveler, in the gifts before you, the good wood and stone, fruits and flowers of the forest. Look also to the wild boar who roam these lands. They fear fire in the hand of man, but they can be taught to obey it. Oh, they can be taught to obey. Go
we
quietly
get to
to
domesticate
them
boars.
and let them eat
Okay.
of your stock. Roots of the ground are their pleasure. Okay. So they enjoy eating roots, and then you can get them to tame them, more or less.
Nice.
That's good to know. I'm gonna get some more boars. Got him. Okay.
I can hear the dying screams of the boars in the background.
Mm-hmm. That's surprising since I have headphones on as well.
No, I'm talking about like off in the distance
Gotcha.
as I stand here, hoeing away at the ground.
Good, I can make a bow. Then I can go get us some deer meat. I actually can cook us some boar meat right now, so.
Nice.
You have to watch it and take it off, though.
Okay, I will do that.
Then I can go get us some deer.
Dear me.
Dear you indeed.
Do I get to see the meat as it's cooking, or am I stuck without it? Because I think I can.
No, you see it?
I have a leather scrap for you if you want it.
I don't need it right now.
Okay. Cool.
Do you see it though?
I don't think I can pick it up. I don't have any cookable items. No, I think you have to pick up your own meat.
Okay, give me a second. I don't think so, but... There's that one. Cooked meat. Is raw? That's raw meat. There.
The smoke is building up at the roof peak, I guess.
Yeah. Do you want to open it up maybe a little bit?
Guess so. I hate to do that right over the fire, though. I think I'll do it over here.
Okay. Right over my bed, I see.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I can, here. We'll do this. I'll do that instead.
There we go.
Right in the middle of the...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Just don't stand in the middle of the house. That's all.
All right. I have a bow, so let me see about going to get these deer.
I shall maintain my far more agrarian pursuits.
Mm-hmm.
And you will have all the wood you need when you get back.
Nice, yeah. Now you work on those resources. Maybe about building a farm or something like that.
A farm?
Look for the, well, you know, or like, I think we can build stuff to like, you know, we can look at what we can build and like better the house.
Do the build things. Okay. Oh, another tree down.
And I'll look at bringing us meat. Meat and food. I hunter, you gatherer.
Yes.
I am Joe Rogan. I wonder if we can do complex cooking.
Physics doesn't work that way. Hang on.
So anyways, though, yeah. And so that's what I see. Now, let me get to the more conflicting stuff at hand.
Okay.
Hold on, let me take out this boar. Okay. You know Trump shows a lot of fashy tendencies, right?
That is a very interesting conundrum there. I don't know that I would agree with that necessarily, but I would certainly be interested to hear your arguments for it.
Yeah. So along with, honestly, a lot of the Republican Party, there's kind of a saying amongst lefty spaces, like especially right now with where, when you have people like Biden and the others saying we need a strong Republican Party, where or a strong conservative party, where a lot of lefties would say we already have one, and that's the Democrats. right? Republicans in general have been very much radicalizing their base for a very long time, and that Trump is not truly that much of an anomaly in the first place.
He's true.
Pretty much what they've been about. Now, the reason why I bring up fascist tendencies, first off, do you know what fascism, like literally, like the etymology of the word means?
So that's from the Italian fasces, which bundle of sticks.
Right, it's the same root
Latin
for the gay
initially.
slur.
I didn't know there was a gay slur.
The F gay slur.
Again, you have to remember, I don't know any of this stuff, okay?
I'm going to type it in Discord so you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm not sure I want to know it, but
well,
I guess
I'm sure you've heard it. It's very, I mean, that or people have been doing a good job in not saying it. So, you know, good on them.
Genuinely never heard that before.
Really?
Except as an archaic term for a bundle of firewood.
Well, yeah, it's also, the other way to say it is also, it's a, not a slur in England because it's used to talk about cigarettes.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I have not had it applied to that ever.
Really? Well, we're moving forward in the world.
Or I'm just living under a rock. I think that's far more likely.
Probably that too, honestly. By the way, anyone that's wondering, Nalu is literally almost always under a rock.
I used to be almost always under a rock.
Yeah, I'm sure things have changed quite a bit since at college.
Yep.
So my thing is, okay. So fascism is not fully clearly defined. There's a lot of conservatives like to say that socialism is fascism when it's inherently a right-wing ideology. Now, that's not to say that there isn't things like tankies or authoritarian leftists, because there are, obviously. Look at Stalin, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, those fascism generally shows itself in a very cult of personality, and looking for really going back to really tries to hinge on rhetoric of tradition and a past greatness. There's this pretty popular theorist in a lot of different things. Actually, I was reading him just recently for film, on cult film, but he has a really famous essay called his 14 Points on Fascism. His name is Umberto Eco. He grew up in fascist Italy. And let me go in here real quick. So it's fascism is what it's called.
Okay.
Let me pull it up again here. Okay. Okay. So he goes on and does describe that you can't just lump fascism in a box very well. And say this is the exact way, and that it truly differs depending on the cultures and where you're at the time. And so here, fascism. Okay. Suppose there is a series of political groups in which one is characterized by the features ABC, Group 2 by features B, C, D, and so on. Group 2 is similar to Group 1 since they have features in common. For the same reason, 3 is similar to 2 and 4 is similar to 3. Notice that 3 is also similar to 1. They have a common feature. The most curious case is presented by 4, obviously similar to 3 and 2. So this is really weird to read off. Let me get to the nuts and bolts, what he's talked about. Fascism become an all-purpose term because one can eliminate from a fascist regime one or more features and it will still be recognizable as fascist. Kind of what I was just talking about, right? Take away imperialism from fascism and you still have Franco and Salazar. Take away colonialism, and you still have the Balkan fascism under the Eustaches. Add to the Italian fascism a radical anti-capitalism, which never much fascinated Mussolini, and you have Ezra Pound. Add a cult of Celtic mythology and Grail mysticism completely alien to official fascism, and you have one of the most respected fascist gurus, Julius Evola. But in spite of the fuzziness, I think it's possible to outline a list of features that would be typical of what I would like to call fascism or eternal fascism. These features cannot be organized into a system, many of them contradict each other, and are also typical of other kinds of despotism and fanaticism. But it is enough that one of them be present to allow fascism to coagulate around it. The first feature of fascism is the cult of tradition. Traditionalism is, of course, much older than fascism. Not only is it typical of counter-revolutionary Catholic thought after the French Revolution, but is born in the late Hellenistic era as a reaction to classical Greek rationalism. The Mediterranean basin people of different religions, most of them indulgently accepted by the Roman pantheon, started dreaming of a revelation received at the dawn of human history. This revelation, according to the traditionalist mystique, had remained for a long time concealed under the veil of forgotten language, in Egyptian hieroglyphs, in the Celtic ruins, in the skulls of little-known religions of Asia. I'm going to go past this into the next one because these are 14 points, right?
Okay.
To traditionalism implies the rejection of modernism. This is where a lot of critique comes that a lot of fascists tend to, this is my own words, mind you, reject modern art because they're trying to reject things that are quote-unquote degeneracy. And modern art, like Hiller or others might have put towards, is inherently degenerate and has no purpose if it has no inherent meaning. Going on, and I'll definitely give you the name and stuff to look this up because I'm just going to try and go through the points compared to all of his breakdowns of it. Irrationalism also depends on the cult of action for action's sake, doing things without necessarily meaning but just to do them. No syncretistic faith can withstand analytical criticism. The critical spirit makes distinctions, and to distinguish in a sign of modernism. In modern culture, for the scientific community, praises disagreement as a way to improve knowledge. For fascism, disagreement is treason. Besides disagreement as a sign of diversity, fascism grows up and seeks for consensus by exploiting and exacerbating the natural fear of difference. We've definitely seen this with Latinos and people at the border. I also wanted to bring up the traditionalism aspect. Look at the 1776 project, which, yes, you can say is a direct response to this 1619 project, but let's not pretend that it wasn't propaganda for schools and for supporting like strong sense of quote-unquote patriotism.
I'll refrain from comment, but I'm not aware of it, so
okay.
Just so you know, I didn't know.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second real quick. It was super common in World War II era Japan, as well as the idea of degenerate art. Yeah, that's my chat, by the way. Yeah, no, and I saw that recently in a TikTok, like somebody brought up like abstract art and people were like thrown off by it. I'm like, really? That's funny because that was like such a common indicator to me about like very fascist ideology. You don't necessarily need to like abstract art or anything like that, but the want to like think that it has no purpose or the rejection from society, that's a pretty strong indicator. So the 1776 project was a direct response to the 1619 project by the New York Times. I might enjoy some of that with you a little bit later. Not too long. I'll take a break in a minute. And yeah. But it was a mandate Trump put in. It was an executive order, but it looks like that it is being taken apart a bit. But it was a distortion of U.S. history.
Okay.
You should definitely take a look, but it was definitely very uncomfortable, especially for someone like me, because I even feel very odd about kids doing the Pledge of Allegiance in school personally.
Okay.
I know that I don't know how you feel about that, but like, I don't think anyone should be.
It depends more on your reasons for it than the actual concept itself.
Mainly, I don't think anyone who doesn't understand what they're pledging loyalty to and what that exactly means should be forced to pledge loyalty to anything like that.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that kids can't understand what they're pledging loyalty to, but I do think that just forcing them to say the Pledge of Allegiance without any sort of explanation is kind of ridiculous.
Right, and I don't even think, honestly, that they really have the capability. My whole thing is, like, you know...
okay.
They don't. Let's be real here. Like, we don't have a fully developed brain until we're 25. We're already instilling a lot of faux patriotism through film and other things like that. I'm not for like, heavily involved nationalism. I don't necessarily disagree with pride in one's country or nation, but that should not come at the expense of worship for one's nation. And I feel like that comes at that level of extent for me.
Okay.
Or fascism derives from individual or social frustration, for sure. Mind you, that this there's a reason why socialism and fascism kind of come often very hand in hand, especially looking at the Weimar Republic, which was quite progressive for its time. And that is why one of the most typical features, this is me reading again, of the historical fascism was the appeal to a frustrated middle class, suffering from an economic crisis or feelings of political humiliation, which, mind you, a lot of Trump supporters were viewed not as much as the money issue, but feeling no longer seen or being relevant, with a lot of minorities now being, and this was from a study, or excuse me, a poll, recognizing that it was less about money and feeling like that they were no longer being seen as the important group. To people who feel deprived of a clear social identity, fascism says that their only privilege is the most common one, to be born in the same country. This is the origin of nationalism. Besides, only one who can provide an identity to the nation are its enemies. Thus, at the root of fascist psychology, there is an obsession with a plot, possibility an international one, so a story. The followers must be humiliated by the ostentatious wealth and force of their enemies. When I was a boy, I was taught to think of Englishmen as the five-meal people. They ate more frequently than the poor but sober Italians. Jews are rich and help each other through a secret web of mutual assistance. However, the followings must be convinced that they can overwhelm the enemies. This comes into your enemies must both be strong and weak at the same time. Thus, by a continuous shifting of rhetorical focus, the enemies are at the same time too strong and too weak. Fascist governments are condemned to lose wars because they are constitutionally incapable of objectively evaluating the force of enemy. By the way, Hitler, as much as people love to like talk about like these great war machines and stuff, there was a lot of fucked up shit, like obviously, but like it was not functioning well.
No, it was not.
Yeah. For fascism, there is no struggle for life, but rather life is lived for struggle. Thus, pacifism is trafficking with the enemy. It is bad because life is permanent warfare. This, however, brings about an Armageddon complex. Elitism is a typical aspect of reactionary ideology insofar as it is fundamentally aristocratic, and militaristic elitism cruelly implies contempt for weak. So contempt for the weak. Fascism can only advocate a popular elitism. Every citizen belongs to the best people of the world. The member of the party are the best among its citizens. Every citizen can or ought to become a member of the party. This is part of Trump's rhetoric as well. In such a perspective, everybody is educated to become a hero. In every mythology, the hero is an exceptional being, but in fascist ideology, heroism is the norm. This is the cult of heroism is strictly linked, don't drop a tree on me, with the cult of death. It is not by chance that a motto of the Phalanges with Viva la Muerte in English should be translated as long live death. In non-fascist societies, the lay public is told that the death is unpleasant but must be faced with dignity. 12. Since both permanent war and heroism are difficult games to play, the fascist transfers his will to power to sexual matters. This is the origin of machismo, which implies both disdain for women and intolerance and condemnation of non-standard sexual habits from chastity to homosexuality. Since even sex is a difficult... Oh, damn, I'm being attacked. I have to pull that back up in a second. I need to go back home.
Yeah. We probably should have slept.
Yeah, we can do that too. We can go back and
Yeah.
sleep.
Nice.
Let's do it. Let's pick up that resin. Well, at least we weren't too far from home.
Oh, goodness, no. We're like right next to home.
I was right outside.
So much stuff. Goodness. We have more wood than we're going to have use for in the foreseeable future.
Good. I need it.
Okay, well then.
This
I
will be
guess we'll
fun to
have use
return
for
to,
it.
by the way. I'm definitely
for sure.
excited we're doing more of this. And we can. I think
Are
we
we
can still
able to-
bring in more people.
Can we hop on without each other at all?
We'll have to check. I feel like
Okay.
we can. Maybe as long as you have the password and stuff.
Yeah. I need to repair my.
Because I think we have as like, you know, a server. So, all right.
Right.
In this meantime, I'm going to be right back. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Crew, I'm gonna be back. Okay. Be right back.
In your dream, you sit beside a fire in a great hall, surrounded by the chatter of familiar voices. Oh, I missed it. Darn it. Why did it have to go so fast? Makes me sad. I just punched the wall. Oops. I feel like I need to make this flint axe, honestly. I think that's the next key. So we can get to that birch and stuff. Hello, dear. Okay, so the boars should be over here somewhere, yes. Would think there are some boars here. Maybe. In fact, I would hope there are some boars here. Okay, this is the house that I was smashing. There's another house here. Not very intact, but it has a chest. Nice, a torch and some flints. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay. Yeah,
Okay. Cool. I'm back, guys.
cool.
What'd you say, babe? Sorry about that. Oh, let me pull that up real quick. Let me pull up Earth Fascism back up.
In other news, I think I have what I need for a flint axe. So we might be able to cut down that birch tree pretty soon.
Oh, finally. Although it's got some character.
Oh, absolutely, but like, birch I think gives us fine wood, which I think we need for things anyway. So maybe we leave the one our house, but get rid of the ones around it.
One return. I'm checking right now.
Also, I have a friend that wants to play Spellbreak, so I'll probably go for that at about 9-ish my time.
Oh, okay. I might get up before that anyway, so don't worry.
Got
Wait,
it.
actually,
I mean,
isn't that like
15
15 minutes from
minutes.
now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you might be able to still come back. We got to check in on that. Because that would be great if you could. And we can just come in and out.
Development on that then. Oh wait, I gotta pick up the other flint. Yes, I can make a flint axe now because I have it.
Nice.
Yay.
Let me finish this guy up. So I was at 12. So machismo, which implies both disdain for women and intolerance and condemnation of non-standard sexual habits. Fascism is also based on selective populism, qualitative populism. One might say in democracy, the citizens have individual rights, but the citizens in their entirety have a political impact only from a quantitative point of view. One follows the decisions of the majority. For fascism, following individuals as individuals have no rights, and the people convinced as a quality, a monolithic entity expressing the common will. The silent majority. Since no large quantity of human beings can have a common will, the leader pretends to be their interpreter. Having lost their power of delegation, citizens do not act. They are only called on to play the role of the people. Thus, the people is now only a theatrical fiction. To have a good instance of qualitative populism, we no longer need the Piazza Venezia in Rome or the Nuremberg Stadium. There is in our future a TV or internet populism in which the emotional response of a selected group of citizens can be presented and accepted as the voice of the people. That one I think is very important. That was 13. 14. Fascism speaks Newspeak. Newspeak was invented by Orwell in 1984 as the official language of INGSOC, English Socialism. But elements of fascism are common to different forms of dictatorship. All the Nazis or fascist schoolbooks made use of impoverished vocabulary and an elementary syntax in order to limit the instruments for complex and critical reasoning. But we must be ready to identify other kinds of newspeaks, even if they take the apparently innocent form of a popular talk show. On the morning of July 27, 1943, I was told that according to radio reports, fascism had collapsed and Mussolini was under arrest. When my mother sent me out to buy the newspaper, I saw the papers as the nearest... Okay. I would like to read more of this, and I think you should. But there's a lot of fluff in there. I mainly wanted to get to the main points. So. Yeah. But I think you could see where Trump at least hits a couple of those things.
Yeah, and I don't think all of those things are necessarily bad. By themselves or even in combination with certain other elements of them. But
populism is great if you're not a demagogue. Right? Like,
yeah.
Their will of the people should be seen, but majority show that Trump was not enacting the will of the people, though.
He was enacting the will. I think that's
of a people, like we were talking about, or fascism as a select group of that is deemed popular.
Yep. No, that's right. Then again, if you're going to talk about the majority as rulers, then you're basically expecting that. Like, if we're going by majority rule, which I think is what most people believe our government to be based on, that's exactly what we should be having.
I think a lot.
Yeah, so people are going to expect, he's going to rule not in favor of everyone, but he's been elected by the majority, and he will rule in favor of the majority.
Well, he was not elected by the majority, though.
That's another debatable point.
The popular vote. I'm talking about the first election.
Yeah. Which... Yeah. Then you get into the whole, like... Okay, so which... Are we going to...
I got a lot of these deer here, and then I can't. Hold on, I need to aim up. Wait, no. Who are you talking about disenfranchising?
Well, so basically, are you going to disenfranchise rural thought over urban thought?
No,
then,
and I don't think it should be. But
right.
The Republican Party has not cared
how do you
for
balance that?
the rural areas either. Well, I don't think the Electoral College is the way that that's done. Because even with the Electoral College, you have... Hold on. Oh, got him, bitch. Sorry. I got my deer finally, and a deer hide and a trophy.
Nice.
I might need some more arrows. If you can make some arrows and meet me out here, that'd be dope. I can make you a bow too. If you give me some wood and stuff, I can just make you a bow.
I have plenty of wood. Like, have you seen our chests? They're full now.
I have deer hide. I have 1 leather scrapping.
I have also 1 leather scrap.
Okay, I can give you mine, but I'll try and get some more. I think mainly try and kill boars for that.
Yep. Also, the flint axe does not cut down birch. It just cuts down normal trees faster.
Okay, that's still good though. I'm about to sneak up on this boar right now. But no. So anyways,
I can't find any boars. I don't know where I'm. Like, am I looking in the wrong place?
Maybe you should just come with me into the woods.
Okay, hang on. We're just gonna run over by you real quick.
Get my arrow back. Nice, got some meat.
Oh, you wanted arrows? Hang on, I'll go back and make some of those.
Yeah, it'd be great.
If I can make a bunch.
God, this game, damn it. Why is this game so fun? It is fun. I like working with each other on stuff like this.
And being able to cooperate in a game is entirely too rare. And
yeah, I miss
that. I haven't been able to do that since, what, Roblox?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I do it
Minecraft,
in Valorant
I guess,
to some degree, but...
Yeah, but it's not the same of, like, just kind of, like, chilling, like, let's talk here, compared to, like, when we're, like, planning strats in Valorant.
In Valorant, especially with... Oh, did I tell you I'm gold 2 now?
Fuck you. I dropped back down to Iron 3, so I gotta try and get back up.
Oh, gosh.
I almost wanted to play back today, but, like, I have already been on a little while. Might get on a little later. Probably on tomorrow. But yeah. Anyways, though, okay. Right, you got your arrows? My arrows?
I have your arrows.
Okay, come here.
I'm just grabbing stones right here.
Here's some leather hide.
Here's your arrows.
Is that my arrows?
They're down here.
Thank you. Ooh, 60. You got me a lot, boy.
Do you have any extra food, perchance?
Yeah. What do you... Here. Go home and cook this, bitch. Beach seeds.
The woman's place is in the kitchen, I guess.
Whoa,
Goodness.
whoa. Sir. I will slap you around for your misogyny alone.
I slap myself around for that.
Good. Respect your mother. Do you need any stone?
I just picked some up. I have like 16.
Okay, cool. You should be good. You just need more hides. I think, what is it? It's 8 hides.
Yep.
So stay out here if you don't have any yet. No, then come here. Come to me.
Okay. Wait. I left. I'm gonna dump some of this extra wood. Hang on.
Okay. I'm gonna go out here looking for more hide.
Somewhere. Okay. So I have 3 hide.
Okay.
We have a trophy. We don't need.
Oh, come on, don't waste it.
And a bow needs 8 hide.
Yeah, I already told you that.
I know. I just have to remind myself sometimes.
Alright, I'm gonna go look in this forest for more boars.
Oh, I need to deal with our meat.
Yeah, go ahead and cook that up. I'll go searching for more boar and deer.
Wait, how do I take this?
What? Oh, you gotta wait till it's on there for a while and then do it. By E again.
I got coal.
Yeah, you did it too long.
How do I know when it's done?
You just kind of have to eye it. I know it's weird, but like you kind of have to do that. Is that a boar? Okay, good. I found another boar, so I'm gonna go in for this hide. Oh, that's leather.
I'm just gonna spam E while it's cooking here.
Yeah, you gotta make sure, yeah, you can't.
There we go. Got it. Eat some of that. Eat another raspberry.
Got him.
Nice.
Oh, I might have too much shit.
You need me to come pick some stuff up?
Nah, I can walk for it now.
Okay.
I have one leather hide.
Where are you? That way. Okay. I've yet to see a boar other than that
Oh
one
my
that was
God.
attacking me at the
I don't
beginning
know
of the
how.
game.
It looks like food kind of like heals you over like almost like a time period too.
It does.
Yeah,
It's healing for time effects.
that's cool.
It is.
So,
Sitting
but
here
yeah,
at 65 HP.
I just got to 54, so.
Yo.
Yeah, and I don't. But like Trump also ruled by like quote unquote ruled by executive order. But even then, like his like not a lot was done, and you can't really blame Dems for that either because we didn't control most forms of government.
True. Yeah.
So I mean, oh fuck, that's a skeleton.
Oh, do you need help?
Maybe because I'm running into things.
Where are you?
Oh, running away.
Okay.
Oh, great
I'm
horse.
coming. I'm coming.
They didn't like
I'm
when I
wet.
hit him though.
Oh, it's raining.
Got one.
Nice. Okay. I have my axe. What are these? Oh, I found boars.
Yep. I don't know what
and now
being
they're
wet
attacking
does
me.
to you.
Nice. Okay.
That hit, but that
Now
was.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I could use the help.
Yeah. I'm running out of stamina, so I'll be a bit.
You're good.
Hang on.
I'm waiting.
Where are you?
Oh, that hurt.
Wrong color.
I am hurting over here, dude.
Oh, hello.
I can't eat anything else. I need to get out. Here, I'm gonna shoot him. Keep on fighting.
Ah.
Make sure to block.
Need to run. Wait, how do I block?
Right trigger. You can with your axe and stuff.
I died.
Okay, you should spawn back at the house. Got this. I got him.
Nice.
And then you can
Just stay
come
in
pick-
that area so
Yeah,
I can come back.
Yeah, you can come back and pick up your stuff.
Okay. I got him so low too.
You did. Good work. No, that was good work.
I lost all my stuff.
Yeah, but you'll have it over here. I'm watching it.
Okay. Now which way do I have to go? Just running in my underwear through a forest.
Oh, you have like no
the
clothes on
rain.
either.
Right.
I'm keeping an eye out. Don't worry.
I'm just gonna sprint. I bring tidings, so I'm glad that you bring tidings. Every time you die, you drop your stuff. Good to know. Also,
Thanks,
I lose
dude.
some of my abilities. I lose my abilities, which I think is highly unfortunate. Don't lose much, though. Oh, I've got a thingy coming after me.
I need a. Well, we gotta get you your bow, but I also want to make new armor too. That should be the next after that.
Items recovered.
Thanks for making all these arrows. It's
Oh,
useful.
you're welcome.
Still got 72.
Equipping rag tunic. There's my tunic. Okay.
Oh, it's raining hard. Want to get home?
Yeah, I think we should go home
Oh,
at this point.
that was a waste. I'm following you. Wait up.
I have corpse run, so
What is that?
it means I run fast.
Where did you get that from?
Dying.
Oh, that's part of your corpse run?
Yep. I wanted to go through the open here just so we didn't have to deal with all the skeletons and stuff.
This is pretty intense rain. It's hard to even see forward ahead of me.
That's an intense storm, for sure.
Does wetness just slow you down, or like what?
Your stamina is lower. Your skills are lower. I think.
And the wet doesn't even stop until after it stops raining, because it just says 2 minutes still. So I believe that
once
timer...
you get inside, you'll be fine.
No, I know, it's just interesting. There's a lot of cool mechanics in this too.
Once you're inside with a fire, then you dry out really fast.
Okay, there's the home.
First, if I stand in the rain again. Yeah, just be careful not to run into the rain in the middle of our house.
Oh, we might need to do
Because
something
we have
about
a
that.
chimney.
I think
Actually, I wonder.
we could
hang
probably
on, let
build
me-
something like an actual chimney
Yeah.
right there, though. That's what I'm saying, because I think you can.
Yeah, hang on,
So-
hang on.
Yeah, in the meantime, let me give you this. So I think I only have the one hide. Pick that up real quick.
Okay.
Because I put it by the fire, so make sure it doesn't. Yeah, okay.
Do I have it? Okay. I'm just gonna build this right there.
Yeah, I don't have any cookables. There you go. That's nice. Maybe make it a little bit. Can we make it a little bit more over? Over there, like.
Oh dear. Yeah. Breaking everything.
Let's make that there, and
hang
then we
on,
can
let
close
me-
up these walls as well. I'll do that right now.
Let me just put a full wall up here, honestly. Wait, can I? Can I please? Include?
I'm gonna go out here and look at.
Okay, hang on. I gotta... have to build our other... Oh, I don't have enough wood. That's why. Okay.
Kind of built a hang-off roof for the.
A lean-to?
Yeah, you see it?
I don't, but I will.
There we go. Maybe that should do it.
There we go.
There we go.
No, I think we build some half wall here too. Just at the base of that. Next to it.
Nice.
Next to it. And then we build our 26 pitch ridge.
Nice.
There's our chimney.
That's pretty dope.
Yes.
This could probably use a little
And
bit
now
better
I'm gonna sleep
flooring, but-
because it's dark.
Okay, I'll do the same. Good job, by the way. Good work.
Yes, and you.
You've been,
Once again, you run at the head of your warriors, the weight of your father's axe in your hand. You wake with a war cry on your lips.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yep. Good morning.
Let me see. What time is it? No, it's already
It's
past
still
your time.
raining.
But can you? Do you want to try and get more stuff, or do you want to quit out?
Let me go see.
It is
if
much
this other
fun,
guy's
Drew.
here.
I'm guessing we can come in at other times. I don't know if we can come in whenever
Okay.
you want. That'd be cool if you can, though.
Yeah. So the other guy texted me, so I will probably head out.
Okay. Let's quit out.
Unfortunately.
Let's just go inside.
Wait, hold on.
No worries,
Let me
because I
take
need
out
to
that
go
bit of
walk
rough.
dogs and do stuff like that too. Oh, there's like just a
There we
little
go.
tad bit of a hole there. Hold on, let me fix
Yeah,
this.
I'll take care of it. Hang on.
Well, hold on, I think I can do it
We
from
just
here.
do this. Oh, you'll get like roof patches on there. Okay.
Yeah, because I already did that a bit, but it was just a tad. We'll both be able to come and go freely. He says if you set up a persistent server.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Okay.
Is this that? It's a dedicated server,
This-
I believe.
This should be a persistent server. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Hold on. Just
yeah,
that
there
tad
you
space.
go.
There we go. That's all. It's extra covered now.
Nice. Just all of the cover. Wait, is it the one up under that's a problem?
There we
Yeah.
go. That should.
Wait.
Hold on.
Eh.
Hold
I
on.
want our wood. Oh, wait, which ones did you break?
I accidentally,
Yeah,
I
you
think, broke some of the wrong ones. So, hold on. I'm looking at
Yeah.
it now.
I got it. Wait, no. 45. So our lower one.
It needs.
No, here. This down here needs a 45.
Alright, you do that real quick. Then we'll go to a little save in there. Fix up this hut.
And
Dude,
then-
that chimney looks fucking sweet.
Doesn't it?
Did you see it from outside?
Oh, it actually looks good.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, don't kill me with the fucking log. So let's always kind of like have this as a home base, and then we should try to like, hang out with each other in here while we cannot always freely come and go, but
Yeah,
if we can
definitely.
freely come and go, that's dope, Then we can hit each other up, hey,
Yeah.
like, fix a few things or whatever, and then we'll just message each other in the Discord. And
That sounds splendid.
hold on real quick. Well, thanks, Etria's Raven, but who the fuck are you? He says, don't worry, I'm here now. Yes, you're right. I was waiting for you this whole time. Just call me Blackwood. Okay, I had an idea that it was you. With a lame name like that. Where's that follow, boy? Hit it. Thanks for dropping by, though. Seriously.
There. That looks so bad, though.
I know. But like, it was actually
Well,
better the
it's the,
first
it's
time
the
before
same on the other side.
before I broke it.
Okay.
It looked pretty all right. But yeah,
There we go.
it's whatever. Just as long as it's filled.
It'll keep us covered.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that the smoke goes out so cleanly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy.
Raven, did you hit that follow? I don't know if you did, sir. You are my boy, so act like it.
I'm just gonna spam E on these as they're cooking.
Shit, there's a lot of stuff.
Labs can
You know
cook.
what? I think you can make. Hold on. I don't know if we need all the wood in there because
Okay.
you could make wood stacks outside,
Oh.
and I don't know. I'm guessing you can just come to them. So let me see.
Wood stacks.
hold on. I'm tech. Okay, yeah, you can do that. Then you have to pick it back up. That's all.
Okay, so we can
But
just
why
stack
not?
our
That
wood outside.
yeah. I mean, it just makes better space for us for later to.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Because we have entirely too much
ton
wood.
of fucking wood in there. So why not just leave it outside, and then use it when we need it? Okay.
Oh, I have 7 of 8 skins
I want to make some armor.
for a bow. Armor would be cool.
Wait, I was just about making some earlier. You said how many skins do you need?
I need 1.
Okay. I feel like we need
How about
at
we
least-
stack the wood?
I was doing it over here. And we can do it on this side as well, but right here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm overweight.
I know. I've been meaning to talk to you about it. Did you? Okay, was that a laugh?
That was a laugh. That was a good one. That was good. Okay, how do I do this? Do I have to craft it at the workbench?
No, just craft it. Pull up 4, then right click, and then you'll see it under miscellaneous.
Pull up what?
4, or excuse me, not 4, but your hammer. Then right click.
Oh, hammer. Okay.
And miscellaneous.
Got it. That's why my hammer is 2. But that's why.
Jesus, that's so much wood.
Miscellaneous wood stack.
Encumbered. Yeah, I know, dude. I like that his head is like facing downwards.
He's just like, oh, I'm exhausted, dude. Just no more, please.
Oh, he's sweating too.
Mm-hmm.
Does a lot to you. I didn't realize. That's cool.
Can I not stack wood stacks on top of each other?
Oh, dude, I have like no stamina. Like I can't do shit.
No, you get no stamina. I'm just gonna pick up this extra wood. Hang on.
Yeah. It's our helps for our fortressing as well.
Yeah, you have to dig through all of our wood piles.
Exactly.
Do you have all the wood out? No.
I bear this weight with my soul. True. I have no emotional strength left. Okay, that's it for the wood. So let's... Okay, I'm going to put some of my trophies in here. Put the resin in here.
I have trophies in a stack somewhere in one of those.
I'm going to put amber.
Okay, so this is 33. Yeah, I have amber in a stack in there too. Just make sure you have it in the right chest. That's
yeah, no, I'm moving those trophies right now.
Gotcha. Repair everything.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll do that too.
I think I'm gonna drop our extra stone axe in here and an extra torch because we have.
I'm carrying
so
one of my stone axe with me just in case one breaks. Okay, do we want to get to this?
I have a stone and a flint axe now, so I don't need.
Let's see about getting this.
Also, our hoe can go there.
Hugin? Yes. You carry too much luggage. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Why do you tell me like 5 minutes too late, Hugin? All right.
He probably told you before. You just didn't go talk to him.
Well, okay, then that counts as not talking to me. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? All right, I'm looking for boars. I'm looking for boars. I'm gonna get you that skin, and then we can get out of here. Okay. This is the Valorant equivalent of one more match.
This is like, let's just do a death match because I don't have time for anything else.
No, but we're literally just getting him skin, and then I'm finishing up here. I'm just trying to kill a boar. Oh, and I found him. Okay. You got to have the eye of the hunter like me.
They just like you more or something. I don't know.
Apparently.
just go pick up rocks then, I guess.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong. It was not a boar. It was a rock.
Oh, well.
Hey, Google.
Cancel. I found it. I found a boar.
Did you?
I found 2 boar.
Okay, sneak up on them. Crouch.
Sneaking up on them.
Get him with like that one hit, and you should be able to.
Oh. That was... Wow, okay.
What happened?
I just straight demolished this poor boar.
Nice. Yeah, come fix up your bow.
I just got another one.
Very good.
Oh, hello, Grayling.
Yeah, those were not the best hunter eyes that I had. That I confused a rock for a boar.
You gotta have the hunter eyes. Like
That's what he said, because I have the eyes of the hunter. Great eyes you have there, he says. Yeah, I have the best eyes. Thank you. My brand.
Alright. Well then. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, come here,
Getting
make
all
a
you
bow.
a bow.
Y'all.
Where's that? There we go. And then... Crude bow. Craft.
Make sure to make yourself some arrows.
Yep. Bow with no arrows is kind of useless.
Yeah, super useful right there.
High tier usefulness.
Hold on.
You make like 80 arrows. Store the spares. Wait. Can I not? Can I not partition off?
Alright.
Oh.
I think
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of here. So we'll do that, and then I gotta take the dog out. So, you should be able to just quit, and then you're good to go.
Game. Yes. Okay.
Yep. Dope. That was a lot of fun, man. That was a ton of fun. And I definitely want to continue this chat. I know we were not so pressed on some of this. It was good to just have a conversation about it, though, as well. But I would like to be a little bit more pointed at times, too, to just get good discussion going. Obviously, it's easy to get lost in track. But part of what I wanted to do is make it a conversation.
My focus level while gaming, like doing any kind of gaming stuff, like it's just I can't hop back and forth. I don't know why, but it doesn't.
But it's part of the fun, though, I think, because then it can be a little bit more of a conversation here as well.
Yeah.
Compared, and we're just talking. It makes you a little bit more amicable and out of that whole like directional space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that does make some sense.
We should definitely play again soon. Let's schedule time.
Yes.
I miss playing with you, bud. All right.
Sounds good.
I'll talk to you later.
With you.
Great playing with
See
you.
you, man.
See you, boy. That was a lot of fun. Hold on. No, I was talking to chat, babe. Boop. You're gonna see nothing. But I can play hobo harp. I'll have to take a look at that. Definitely had some fun. Definitely did a lot with the reaction stuff. I definitely want to do more Cinema 4D stuff, like we mentioned. We barely got to play in it. I definitely want to do more of that. Maybe I can practice a little bit more with that same tutorial and come back. There's still plenty of stuff to react to. I would like to get it in a little bit more direct debates as well. This was a lot of fun, though, for conversation. and bringing people to that conversation and talk to two people that were, Trump voters and had amicable conversations. It would be good to make it a little bit more pointed, though, more of debate. And I do want people to come on here and debate. But as well, just also have fun. And this was a ton of fun today. And thanks for everyone that's stopping by. This is the longest I think I've gone on stream. And thanks for stopping by for everyone, like Raven, Drew, Nalu, everyone. But anyways, I'm going to hit this raid. I got to walk the dog, got stuff to do. Please stay by. Hassan's a ton of fun to watch. And political streamer, but he's been doing a lot of GTA pixel roleplay, and you guys should go take a look. So have a good one, guys.